And coming to India, at a time Indian economy is facing unprecedented challenges due to COVID-19 pandemic, Industry Federation CII has demanded rupees 3 lakh crore package as additional stimulus. Also, CII does not expect much impact of global minimum corporate tax rate on India. As well, to talk on all that and other issues, we are today joined by TV Narendran, CEO and MD of Tata Steel, who has taken over as new president of CII. Good morning to Mr. Narendran. First of all, why do you need 3 lakh crore economic revival package? What all is needed this for?
So basically, this 3 lakh crore is to supplement what has already been committed by the government through the budget as well as through the stimulus last year. We basically said there is an opportunity for us because we expect the fiscal deficit to be at about 6.8% of GDP. And we believe that if we take it to 8% of GDP, if we allow the fiscal deficit to be at 8%, that gives us a headroom of 1.2% of GDP, which is roughly about 270,000 crores. And that's why we've asked for about 3 lakh crores. We've said that this support should go to specific sectors who have been impacted by COVID-1 and COVID-2. There are many sectors who have come out strongly and who are riding on the positivity in the international markets. But there are many sectors like the high contact sectors like travel, tourism, the restaurants business, aviation, also many of the MSMEs, all of whom are struggling with COVID-1 and COVID-2. And so we need to make sure that the stimulus reaches them.
Mr. Narendran, there's a lot of debate on minimum corporate tax rate of about 15%. Many economies are still debating what kind of tax should be there. What are your thoughts? How will India get impacted because of this?
So the minimum tax discussion which has happened with G7 is, I think, to keep the tax regulations, abreast with what's happening in the world, right? A lot of the tax regulation was defined more for the physical economy. And we did not have the tax havens that we have or low tax countries that we have. So I guess this was basically a move to make sure that there is no tax leakage in countries which are the sources of profits for companies who operate globally. So this is a minimum tax that is required. So countries who are today having a tax below that are the ones who are impacted rather than the countries who have a tax above that. Right? So from India's point of view, India obviously needs to wait and see because this is an intent. The devil is in the detail. Different countries have to now negotiate it through their own political systems while they agree on the details. And as we do that, India can also take a view. But as India's taxes are higher than 15%, I think there's no negative impact on India in that sense of the term. It's all the countries who charge below 15% who are impacted more by what's happening.
Talking about a recent incident, a lot has happened between India and Twitter over the last few weeks. Whatever happened between the big tech giants and Indian government, do you think it will impact overall investor sentiment and even FDI?
No, at a fundamental level, I think globally different countries are dealing with social media differently. There are different countries, kind of bringing in regulation. The regulation is evolving. Sometime back, Australia had a problem. Other countries have also had problems, right? So to me, the regulatory environment is still evolving for many of these platforms, right? So there will be a little bit of, toing and froing going on some of these issues. The second part is, of course, once the law is there, then obviously we need to see how can everyone comply with the law. While at the same time, India as a country has also said that it wants to promote free speech. So I think finding that balance is what the government and the courts are trying to do, and I'm sure they will find the right balance.
And you've taken over as CII president at a very precarious time. What are your priorities going to be as the new CII president?
We basically have set forth a theme which is focusing on competitiveness, growth, sustainability, and technology, of which competitiveness and growth are pretty much immediate issues to deal with. These are subjects that we deal with year on year in CII. Very important for this year, particularly for growth. And for growth, it's very important for us to get the vaccination in place because growth can get derailed if you don't vaccinate most of the population by the end of the year. So that is one area which we are focusing on. The other two, sustainability and technology, are a little bit more long-term. These are going to dominate conversations over the next few decades for the country and for the industry because climate change is something that the world is looking at India to announce a net zero goal. Most big countries have done that. And as we do that, CII needs to work with the governments to shape the policy, to help shape the policy look at best practices across the world, because this transition is a complex transition to net zero. CII also needs to work with its members to make that happen. Technology, again, is a huge differentiator. If geopolitical issues were influenced by trade till recently, going forward, it'll be influenced more and more by technology. And it's important as a nation for us to get technology in place in many areas, including semiconductors, hydrogen. These are all areas of the future where India needs to progress, and industry needs to work with the government for that. So competitiveness, growth, sustainability, and technology, CGST for short, is what we're going to focus on this year in CII.
Thank you, Mr. Narendra, for joining us and getting us all these details and important perspective. WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.